Today we have to change out the, we've got a plexiglass basically cover for our Kegel Custodian walker. This is a brand new one. I keep this usually as a template. I think when we purchased this last it was $80, and I'm going to show everybody how we make one for less than $5. We get the plexiglass from Home Depot. There's a certain section, and this is how we do it. So I've got the original one here, the factory made one. I've got my piece of plexiglass from Home Depot for $5. I believe this is 14 by 11, and the 11-inch side usually ends up matching up with the length of this cover. So I'm going to use it. So all I got to do is match the width of it, and we're going to go ahead and score it and cut it to size. I'm going to go ahead and make two of them at the same time. So I'm going to use the other plexiglass as my straight edge. Marked one side, I'll go ahead and mark the other. Holding it tight and just flip it over. So now I got both of my pieces of plexiglass marked. I need to score it, break it. Wow, somebody's been using my plexiglass knife for something other than cut plexiglass, I think. You score it a few good times. You get a good trough cut out in it. Yeah. Should be able to put it over any straight edge counter and break it. Even pressure. Go ahead and cut it off. Go ahead and do the other one real fast, since I got it out here. Snap it. Cut it off. Just so you got your dimensions. I'm going to just flip this over. I'll go ahead and mark my two drill holes first right here at the top. Just so I know right where to put those. It's going to be easier now while it's a flat piece. And with the angled piece up in the air, I'm just going to go ahead and find the center point of the bend. Oh, I got to actually I got to take this plastic off, because when I start to heat it, I don't want the plastic to melt to everything. So we'll restart with drawing those screw hole locations. Alright. Get my marks for where to bend it. And same with the bottom side where it's got to bend at. Alright, so now we've got it marked at. Now we need to just heat it and start bending it. Then you got a propane torch. You just want a slight flame. Only got it's about a ½ inch middle blue flame coming out of that. And then you're going to run the torch straight across the line that you have here to heat it up. See if I can get it where you can see everything I'm doing. I'm keeping it far enough away not to actually burn the plastic, but to try and soften it. And you want to keep it moving equally, because you just want to heat right on that seam, right where it needs to bend. If you try a heat gun, it spreads the heat out too much. There we go. Put a little bit more heat on it. A propane torch puts heat right in one specific spot for you. There we go. So you can see it bending. Now I'm going to bring my original out and see if I can match the bend before it cools. You can see I'm just a little bit off there, so I'm going to heat it up just a little bit more. Watch not to burn your fingers. It's a pretty good match. Let it cool. Ooh, still hot. I'll start heating the other side while that side's cooling. Looks like I lost my flame. Just line that blue flame, don't get too close, but line it right up with the center of that black permanent marker line you drew. If you chose to do it this way. Just a little bit more. There we go. That's how I make and there's the other side, the other angle. So you can see that they match. I'll spread them apart a little bit. That's one angle side. There's your other one. Alright, now the next step is we got to drill the holes in it. We've got a bit to match. I've already got it in my drill where I marked it out. I've got it chucked tight. I've got it in reverse. I'm going to work this drill in reverse. I'm going to go ahead and heat up the torch, kick up the flame a little bit. Use a bad drill bit usually because this is going to temper it where it probably won't hold its edge as well anymore after you heat this. We're going to heat it up pretty red hot. Sure, you probably can't see it because it's in the light, but it's starting to glow red on the end. There we go. I'm going to turn my heat down so in case I need it again in just a second. Now run it through your hole that you got drawn, run it through it backwards kind of burn it through the hole, center up. Just push it straight through, and once it gets through, then run the drill in reverse. That'll help clean the sides of the hole off. Hopefully I got enough heat to do a second one. Gotta heat it up again. Should be good after this. I just cut the fuel off. Just run it right through. Once it gets through, run it in reverse. Clean your holes out. After it cools off a little bit, the plastic will harden again. Take you a knife and just nip it to clean it off the actual plastic itself. And there you've made your clear plexi guard, same as this one. You made the $80 one, but you did it for $5. I'll take care of my other one, and then we'll go install it. Alright, so we got the old cracked out one here that we're going to replace with one of the new ones that we made. This is another one I made in the past. They just don't hold up over so much time. Off. Yeah, I'll pull it out and I'll show you. You can see it's getting brittle right up here. What that's really from is the chemicals of the cleaner tank. You usually end up breaking down this plexiglass real quick, real fast. So that's why I didn't like paying $80 every time we needed a new one. It happens so often. So I'm sure as you noticed that there was a gallon Ziploc bag across it. The reason we do that is it helps keep extra drips off of it, and it will keep it lasting longer. So we'll go ahead and place it back in the bag. Sorry. And get it to cooperate here. We'll get our new plexi back in this gallon bag. Try not to tear it, because the plexi is actually protecting, or the plastic is protecting it. Get all the air out you can and go ahead and seal it. And since the plastic's not going to hurt anything, I fold the excess down into the inside, and then I'm just going to force my screws through the plastic into the threads. So that gallon bag is really just trying to protect the plexiglass that we just had to make that was cracking apart because of the cleaner. There we go. That's how I make a new. That's how I save basically $75 almost in shipping costs on replacing a plexiglass piece of a Kegel custodian walker.